Breaking news from Washington. In a bold move that's sending shockwaves through the aerospace industry, President-elect Trump has just nominated billionaire pilot and private astronaut Jared Isaacman as NASA's next administrator. This isn't just another bureaucratic appointment. It's a clear signal that America's space program is about to undergo its biggest transformation in decades. Why does this matter? Because for the first time in NASA's history, we'll have an administrator who has actually been to space, not once, but twice, through private space missions. Isaacman, the visionary behind Inspiration 4 and Polaris Dawn, brings something unprecedented to the table. Real experience combining entrepreneurial success with actual spaceflight operations. With NASA's Space Launch System facing mounting challenges and SpaceX revolutionizing the industry through innovation and cost efficiency, this appointment could mark the beginning of a new era in space exploration. The stakes couldn't be higher. We're talking about reshaping the future of humanity's journey to the stars. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours, and today we're going to break down exactly how this game-changing decision could transform NASA's relationship with commercial space companies and what it means for the future of space exploration. Let's dive right in. Let's dive deeper into what makes this appointment truly revolutionary for America's space program, and why it might be the most dramatic shakeup in NASA's history. As the news of Isaacman's nomination broke, the halls of NASA's headquarters in Washington, D.C. fell silent. Career employees, some who've dedicated decades to the space program, gathered around screens watching the announcement. For many, this represented more than just a change in leadership. It was a fundamental shift in everything they knew about space exploration. Isaacman's journey to this position reads like a modern American dream. Starting as a teenager, fixing computers in his parents' basement, he built a multi-billion-dollar payment processing company. But unlike many successful entrepreneurs who buy expensive toys, Isaacman pursued something far more ambitious. He wanted to democratize space travel. During the Inspiration 4 mission, he didn't just write checks. He commanded the first all-civilian mission to orbit, making decisions that kept his crew safe while pushing the boundaries of what private citizens could achieve in space. But beneath this inspiring surface lies a troubling reality that's been keeping NASA administrators awake at night. The Space Launch System, SLS, once heralded as America's ticket back to the moon, has become a symbol of everything wrong with traditional aerospace procurement. Each launch costs American taxpayers an astronomical $2.2 billion, enough to fund multiple commercial alternatives or build several hospitals. Internal documents, recently obtained through Freedom of Information Act requests, paint an even grimmer picture. The SLS Block 1B variant's costs are projected to skyrocket to $5.7 billion by 2028, nearly $700 million above initial estimates. By 2028, nearly $700 million above initial estimates. The human cost of these delays became painfully clear during recent testing of the Orion spacecraft's heat shield. Engineers working around the clock discovered degradation patterns that could put astronaut lives at risk, forcing NASA to push back the Artemis II mission to 2023-2025. One senior engineer, fighting back tears during a closed-door briefing, admitted that they couldn't guarantee crew safety with the current design. This wasn't just another technical hurdle, it was a moment that forced everyone to question the fundamental approach to human spaceflight. Meanwhile, in the scorching Texas heat, SpaceX has been quietly rewriting the rules of space exploration. Their Starship program, despite facing its own challenges, has achieved what many thought impossible. During recent testing, a prototype survived re-entry conditions that would have destroyed traditional heat shields. Even more remarkably, they did it at a fraction of the cost. One SpaceX engineer, speaking on condition of anonymity, revealed that their latest innovations in materials science could revolutionize not just spaceflight, but everything from commercial aviation to renewable energy. Isaacman's connection to SpaceX runs deeper than most realize. During the Polaris Dawn mission, he didn't just become the first private citizen to perform a spacewalk, he helped test next-generation spacesuits that could mean the difference between life and death on Mars. His experiences during that mission, including a heart-stopping moment when his primary oxygen system malfunctioned, gave him unique insight into both the promises and perils of commercial space technology. The political drama surrounding this appointment has been intense. Boeing, the primary contractor for SLS, has been struggling with more than just technical challenges. Internal whistleblowers have come forward with alarming reports of quality control issues. One former senior manager described watching experienced engineers leave in droves, replaced by less experienced workers who lack crucial understanding of spacecraft systems. It's not just about building rockets, they said. It's about building them right, and that takes experience we're losing every day. The human impact of these changes extends far beyond corporate boardrooms. In communities like Huntsville, Alabama, where the SLS program employs thousands, families worry about their future. Local business owners who've built their livelihoods around supporting NASA contractors watch these developments with growing concern. Yet even here, there's a growing recognition that change is necessary. A third-generation NASA contractor recently admitted, "We can't keep doing things the same way and expect different results." Decisions. At Shift 4 Payments, he earned a reputation for being both visionary and pragmatic. During the 2008 financial crisis, when many companies were laying off workers, he invested in new technology and training, ultimately emerging stronger. His experience running Draken International demonstrated his ability to bridge the gap between government requirements and private sector innovation, saving taxpayers millions while improving military training capabilities. The implications for NASA's future are staggering. With a $25 billion annual budget at stake, Isaacman's team has begun developing plans for a complete overhaul of how America approaches space exploration. Early proposals, shared exclusively with key stakeholders, suggest a hybrid approach that could maintain crucial NASA programs while accelerating the transition to commercial partnerships. One senior advisor described it as keeping what works, fixing what's broken, and revolutionizing what's possible. SpaceX's lunar Starship program offers a glimpse of this new future. The company has already begun construction of orbital fuel depots, crucial for sustainable lunar operations. Recent tests have demonstrated capabilities that seemed like science fiction just years ago. During one demonstration, engineers successfully simulated a lunar landing abort scenario, showing how quickly the system could respond to emergencies, a capability that could save astronaut lives. The contrast with Boeing's Starliner program couldn't be more stark. Despite receiving billions in funding, the program has faced repeated setbacks. The upcoming 2024 crewed test flight represents more than just another milestone. It's become a symbol of the old aerospace industry fighting for survival. Engineers working on the project speak of immense pressure to succeed, knowing that failure could accelerate the shift toward commercial alternatives. The Artemis program itself stands at a historic crossroads. While Artemis 1's success demonstrated what's possible, internal reports from the Government Accountability Office paint a sobering picture. Current funding levels simply cannot sustain both the SLS program and the development of crucial infrastructure, like the Lunar Gateway Station. One senior NASA scientist compared it to trying to build a house while paying off a mortgage that's too expensive. Something has to give. Industry experts believe Isaacman's appointment marks the beginning of a new era in space exploration. His emphasis on cost efficiency and rapid innovation comes at a crucial moment in history. Sources close to the transition team hint at major policy changes coming within the first 100 days of his administration, including a comprehensive review of all NASA programs. One insider suggested that everything is on the table, from increasing commercial partnerships to fundamentally rethinking how we approach space exploration. The stakes couldn't be higher. As humanity stands on the brink of becoming a multiplanetary species, the decisions made in the coming months could determine whether we reach for the stars or remain bound by earthly limitations. Isaacman's appointment might just be the catalyst that transforms NASA from a traditional government agency into a dynamic force for innovation in space exploration. Breaking SpaceX news. The Starship launch pad is undergoing critical repairs as the countdown to Flight 7 continues. At Starbase, teams are racing against time, inspecting every inch of the massive launch mount. But that's not all. SpaceX just revealed plans for an incredible expansion of their Star Factory that's pushing the boundaries of rocket manufacturing. Meanwhile, construction crews are breaking ground on a new orbital launch mount that's set to transform space access forever. And here's something you might not have heard. It's not happening at Starbase. The future of Starship is expanding across multiple sites. In an exciting development for the commercial space industry, Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket is finally ready for its debut launch, marking a new chapter in the reusable rocket race. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours. Let's dive right in. The race against time at Starbase has taken an unexpected turn. As crews work tirelessly to repair the launch pad after Flight 6, a discovery beneath the protective shielding has raised both eyebrows and hopes. Hidden damage to secondary support structures initially sparked concern, but SpaceX engineers rapidly developed an innovative solution that could actually make the pad more resilient than ever before. This breakthrough comes just in time, as the January 11th target for Flight 7 looms on the horizon. In the shadow of the massive launch tower, a drama of engineering ingenuity unfolds. The mystery of the chopstick catch arms, those colossal mechanical appendages designed to catch falling rockets, deepens with each passing day. During routine testing, as these massive arms rose to their catch position 420 feet above the Texas soil, sharp-eyed observers noticed something extraordinary: two peculiar plates mounted on the chopstick padding. What makes these modifications truly fascinating isn't just their presence, but their potential to revolutionize rocket recovery. Sources close to the project suggest these aren't simply test instruments. They're part of a sophisticated new system that could transform how we recover spacecraft. Some engineers believe these devices could increase catch success rates from 70% to an astounding 95%. Though SpaceX remains characteristically quiet about the details. The Ship Quick Disconnect, SQD, tells an equally compelling story of persistence and innovation. After countless hours of analysis and dozens of failed prototypes, SpaceX engineers finally cracked the code. The breakthrough came from an unlikely source. A young engineer's experience with high-performance racing cars led to the implementation of the new metal mesh protection system. This simple yet brilliant solution has virtually eliminated post-launch repairs, slashing turnaround times and potentially saving millions in maintenance costs. But perhaps the most dramatic transformation is happening at the Star Factory, where SpaceX is literally breaking down walls to reshape the future of rocket production. The newly revealed connection between the main factory and office building isn't just an architectural feature, it's a symbol of SpaceX's commitment to breaking down barriers between design and production. Workers who once had to brave Texas weather to collaborate can now move seamlessly between departments, accelerating innovation and problem solving.